created the heavens and the earth, right? When he created the heavens and the earth, oh, God, a great God. Now, you bring religion into it, but if you were to tell the story of Noah, bringing genetics to make a movie out of it, right?
Yeah.
We weren't interested in it. Like, you see the Noah movie? Don't you know?
No, I.
Fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I have it.
Okay, but wait, there's mistakes.
My mom's
in it.
boyfriend didn't like it.
There's mistakes in
This
it.
is stupid. It
Yeah,
is.
because the watchers, the guys that helped Noah build the ark, they didn't help Noah build the ark. Oh, he's taking us back from one. He just got sucked up. He's back into heaven. God didn't take them back. They're still here. They're still here. Those bad guys.
I think when you die, it's like before you're born, nothing happens. Nothing happens before you're born, nothing happens after you die. You just go into
Purgatory, you wait. No one goes to heaven until judgment day. People always say, oh, they're in heaven now. No, they're not, moron. There's been no judgment. Nobody goes to heaven until judgment day. You want to read a good book? Read the book of Enoch. It was excluded from the Bible. Enoch got to go with the angels into fucking heaven. And then he got brought back. And then God liked Enoch so much, so he took him. The angels that were left on earth, the bad angels, asked Enoch to go talk to God, because God wouldn't speak to them. They said, Enoch, can you go plead our case to God? Right? So Enoch went before God. So only two human beings have ever seen God. Moses and Enoch. And fucking Enoch asked God. God already knew it, he still went to talk to him. Right? No. How about this? No. So then, but they excluded the book of Enoch from the Bible because, amazing fucking story.
It's like, oh, the Bible's so real that they had to make a New Testament and an Old Testament? Come on.
Don't forget, it's translated from the Hebrew, ancient Aramaic, right? In the Hebrew. No, in the Hebrew, right? And then the Greek, and then it's in the English. So what do you think when you're reading those words? Interpretation. Anyways, I'm not trying to get too biblical on you. What I'm telling you is that
I like conspiracies and
anybody
shit
that believes,
to listen.
okay? Anybody that
Ooh, there's a fucking nail there.
believes shit on top of the numbers.
My neighbor was a Baptist minister and he was like impossible to talk to.
Let's say you stand on the fucking you're on top of Mount Everest. You look at the fucking road. How can you possibly conceive that this is a fucking accident? Okay? I say to people, look in the face of a tiger. How do you not see a creator? A chameleon changes his color because he's going to get eaten. He doesn't, right?
Yeah. I mean, how does he know that?
So the tiger is black, orange, and white. He stands out like a sore fucking thumb because he's the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
God created him to give all of the creatures a warning. When you see that guy, fuck off. Get out of here, alright? He's not your buddy.
He's not your friend.
But I'd like any evolution. Explain to me why a tiger is playing the way he is. They can't. Because it makes no sense.
Why, he's the top dog?
Just his coloring makes no sense. Why is he like that?
Yeah.
He's not camel, even if he's in, like in India where the grass is really high in that, right? He's not green. Right? So you're not gonna fucking, you're absolutely gonna see it, right? So I say to you, how do you believe for a second that this is by accident? You know, your hand. Okay, just
We're starting.
just your hand is so complicated.
We're starting.
We are golden. We are golden. But you understand?
Yeah.
Just your hand, for that to randomly occur, is a trillionth to the power of 4. The mathematical change.
Then for the rest of your body.
Trillionth by the power of 4. Do the math, okay?
So then we must have
For
been.
it randomly to occur.
So there's no other humans in the world. Like there can't be anybody else. Maybe another country has 2 heads or whatever. Another. The Minotaur.
There's no aliens here.
Yeah, I might have to read.
Aliens are fucking demons like that. Okay, we're gonna have to take stuff forward. Go put that way, right? Yeah, remember there's a very famous painting of the alien UFOs in there, right? And if you look at the Vermana or whatever, the ancient Indian fucking the ancient Indian writing. Don't move. Keep the lid fall off. There we go. Ancient Indian shit describes some of the guys who meet and all that. Okay? How they blind with you. Like UFOs.
I've seen the writings on the wall. Right there.
Yep. I can get his truck in there. What's that gonna be? Anyway, so they had flying machines back then, and they had nukes. There's a place in Russia, you go there, and you go forest. You die of radiation poisoning. What happened? Radiation power. Yeah, I'm going to use radiation to cure. How does that fucking make sense?
Because it kills your immune system.
Sun is not a ball of power.
The magnetics that we need.
Right? Why do we wear sunscreen?
Our blood's made out of copper.
You wear sunscreen so that you don't get burnt. The whole idea was to get burnt. Right? Oh, fuck. I'll have to get a sunscreen. But it's actually not. When the sun gets bigger, right, so you see the sun today, like I showed it to you, and then you watch it when it goes down, it'll be 3 times the size.
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, that's just the glare. You're only seeing the glare. I said, I think you only see that. There's no fucking glare when I look at it through this. So when it's going down, I can see it's that big. And when it was up today, it was that big. So now you're telling me our planet is on the elliptical orbit, according to NASA. It doesn't get closer to the sun. But if the sun's bigger, when we're closer, and our temperature of our planet is based on our distance from the sun. So when the sun gets bigger, it should be hotter.
Yeah.
No, it's the actual rays themselves, right? UV rays burn you. The ray is the heat, not the source. If that was a ball of fire, okay, it wouldn't be emitting any radiation. Do you get radiation when you stand by a wood fire?
Yeah.
So where does this radiation, outer space radiation, come from? It's not radiation, it's natural, it's normal, okay? The more you're exposed to it, the more it's built into your DNA. Do you know that nature has a frequency? You know about frequencies and resonance?
Huh?
You know about resonant frequency? Nature emits a radio frequency, did you know that? 7.82. Guess what your frequency is? 7.83. It's
Yeah.
called the Schumann resonance. Okay, where do I find it?
Anywhere. My boss said.
Anyway, so
But yeah, like ghosts too, right? Or whatever. Like.
frequencies are everything. An atom has no mass. If you had an atom that big, the mass that's in it is the size of a pinhead. Did you know that? There's no substance to atoms. Very little mass. But yet this is hard. It's the frequency of this fucking thing that makes it what it is. The radio, they call them radio frequencies. Radio frequencies, you know what they actually are? They're microwaves.
Yeah.
Why do they call it a microwave oven? Because it's a radio frequency oven. Microwaves to take your mind away from the fact that this is cooking food and that all the radio frequencies they're pumping around you are not cooking.
Like
food.
your phone.
Terrible fucking shit.
Your
Okay?
phone.
Did you know the sun emits a radio frequency? That emits a radio frequency. Your brain knows when it's day and when it's night.
Yeah.
I can lock you in a room and you can say it's daytime. The only time you produce melatonin and DMT is when you fucking sleep in REM. And it has to be at night. Did you know that? So they say the day shift will knock 10 years off your life. Because you're getting sleep, but you're not sleeping at night. You have to sleep at night. Okay? Sun emits a radio frequency. Guess what they're transmitting on the fucking G4 network? The frequency of the sun.
Huh.
So your brain never knows when it's fucking night. So you're not producing melatonin. You're getting sick. And you're buying pharmaceuticals. Okay? I take borax. You know borax? Pour it in the washing machine.
Oh yeah.
You know what it is?
Nope.
Boron. I was a martial art fighter. My hands were broken 5 times. Okay? My knees have killed me for 20 years. I took boron with magnesium. Pain gone.
Nice.
I buy a box of it for $7. And I take 1 teaspoon of it. Put it in
Oh,
a
that's
jar
really
of
good.
still water. Still, what you listening? Borax has to be 20 mule team. Put a little cowgirl on it. Take one in 1 jar, mason jar full of distilled water, because it also defluorinates your body. Okay, it's the secret. She takes 1 teaspoon a day. Make sure she didn't just drink a glass of tap water, because it'll fucking attack the tap water.
Oh
Because
shit.
it attacks all the heavy metals in your body. And you have to take magnesium with it. Okay, if you want to learn about it, write it down, watch the Borax Conspiracy. That's the guy that invented it. He was selling pills, so busy he couldn't keep up with it. He went to a pharmaceutical and said, "Can you bottle my product?" A week after he talked to the pharmaceutical company, boron, which is actually what it is,
Yeah.
is illegal for medical use in Australia, Canada, the United States, and UK. A week after he talked to them. He cured his arthritis in 5 days. I got 2 friends of mine that are off the fucking celebrate because they take boron. It's the big secret, okay? But anyways, that takes us away from the topic. The topic is, when you look at that and you realize, it's right fucking there, and guess what? Take another look, the blue behind it. You can see it, Anyways, when I was looking at the eclipse with this, you can super duper see it. Remember they said that when the moon eclipsed the United States,
Crazy.
are your eyes lying to you?
Holy.
Remember?
fuck.
Look, see the shadow? Remember the moon left a fucking 74-mile shadow across the U.S. during that eclipse?
Oh yeah.
Guess what? The moon is 74 miles wide. Okay? Look at that shadow. Look at the size of this.
So it won't change in size.
Oh, is the shadow getting bigger?
No.
Slightly elongated, but not much. Fucking joke. Look at. There's the shadow of the moon during the eclipse. What's going on? 74 miles wide. Done. They say, oh, the eclipse on the light. They give you all this bullshit science. You know, people say, oh, I believe in science. And I say, well, then they say, well, you believe in God and church and faith. And so, when you read a science book, did you do the work? Did you do the clinical studies? Did you do any of that work? No. And I said, well, then what are you basing your belief on? Faith. You believe that what they're telling you is the fucking truth.
Yeah. Instead of knowing.
No, you know the earth doesn't fucking move. If it's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, when I jump in the air, I should be over there. Right? If I'm driving down the street in a car 100 kilometers an hour and throw a tennis ball in the air, why doesn't it land in the back seat? It doesn't. It lands back in your hand. Did you know that?
What?
It goes up and right back in your hand.
When you're driving.
Anything you throw in the air, and right back in your hand. So gravity's pulling you down, but yet is gravity not attaching to it? You really shoot the back down. It doesn't. Oh, it's got the inertia of the car. I said, no, it doesn't. The moment it leaves my hand, it has zero inertia. I goes, I can smoke a cigarette and the smoke just floats around the car.
Yeah.
Because there's no wind. But there's no inertia. Right? I said, if the car ceiling was 100 feet high, and I threw this lighter in the air, it's going to come down right in my fucking hand. Right, I told this one guy about it, and fucking, my friend called me and said, don't, Mike's already fucked up enough, don't tell him anything about this shit. It took me years to get used to him the way he is. And Mike's like, holy fuck.
Who's brainwashing him?
Right, well, here's the ultimate question. Why would they go to such extents to lie? Other than having an $80 trillion budget in NASA, and spending the money wherever they want. You notice every NASA... Well, not just that. Every NASA launch goes like this. Into the ocean. Right into the fucking ocean. Okay? The fucking... All the SpaceX fucking things fail. All their
They're all
rockets.
floating in the... That's why it falls in history.
Go to YouTube, type in rocket hits dome. Somebody did a private launch and the rocket doesn't go like this, it goes fucking straight up. It's fucking awesome. It's got 3 GoPros on it.
Nice.
And you're watching the rocket, you can hear the jet engine starting to run out of fuel. All of a sudden the rocket's spinning. You know inertia, right? If I spin a wheel, it's going to spin until it stops. You agree?
Yep.
And all of a sudden the rocket's spinning, slowing down until the gas. You hear it hits the dome and it goes, stop dead.
Oh,
YouTube.
Cool.
Rocket hits dome. And that cocksucker goes straight up. They said it went up 74 fucking miles. Okay? And some smart guy from Australia watches the video.
Jesus.
And in the video, which they've edited now, you can't really watch the other part of it, you see the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. So this guy from Australia goes, how come I can see the sun and the fucking moon if the Earth's a ball? Let's find out where the moon was. Full. Alright? So you can't find out the date of the launch. So an hour before they did the launch, they were bragging they had built a jetpack. And they're flying the jetpack, and the guy's chasing him in a pickup truck. Well, the smart guy from Australia says, what's the time and date? They did the jetpack an hour before the rocket launch. He blows up the video and reads the time and date off the clock in the truck.
Oh.
What a smart bugger, right?
Oh.
So now he knows the time. He knows the date of the launch. Right? He looks on, where was the moon full? Australia. The launch is over Nevada, my friend.
That's right.
How the fuck could you see the moon in the video
What?
if it's full in Australia? There's Nevada. You know what the globe is. Here's Australia, man. Every emergency landing, okay? Every fucking emergency landing.
Yeah, all the planes
year.
are on like certain...
Last year was an emergency landing, remember? Woman having a baby.
The planes are on...
Buenos Aires, South America to Africa, okay? Guess where they landed? Africa, South America. That's where they landed. Guy took a flat earth map and he drew every emergency landing on the flat earth map. And every spot it landed was on the line between the 2 points. On a flat earth. Not on the globe. All of them were more than the distance it would have took them to return from where they came from.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, they fucking... Do you know that any jet that is on... You can watch any jet in the world right now. There's an app. You can watch it. It shows you any jet. Where it is.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as they cross the southern hemisphere, they go off GPS.
Yeah, you can't see them.
There you go. You should see. Right, the U.S. Navy. Ship knows what's called boxing. You can be out in the ocean, just go on squares. So they do all day long. So nobody really knows where they are except the officers.
Yeah.
This one guy, he's not a flat earther. They get deployed, he's a SAM missile instructor. He said, I can hit a boat 50 miles on the water with a SAM missile, which is a radio signal to the boat and back. What, does it go through the water? Right? That's 2,000 feet. Anyways, he thinks flat earth people are crazy. They get deployed. Hurry up, get to the Middle East, right? Because we got there early. What would you think early is, right? 2 fucking days early. He goes, what the fuck's going on? So he says to the navigator, how fast were we going? Where were we? I know where we were. I know where we are. What was the wind speed? And they sit down and do all the math. And he goes, 2 fucking days early because it was a military emergency. Right? See how they changed the rules for when they need to get there. Right? That's why there's no direct flights. Because you realize, fuck, I'm in England already. How the fuck is that? Right? So, 2 days fucking early. Now he's the main advocate for flat Earth. He hasn't revealed who he is because he's a military officer. He'll get fucking fired, right? But he says, I kind of wondered. I heard whispers of flat Earth, but he said I couldn't figure out why I can hit a ship on the water. It's 50 miles away from me. I can bounce a radio signal. That's above the SAM missile's based on a Belgian tank. These Belgian tanks never miss shit because they actually bounce the radio off you, and the bullet follows the radio signal.
Oh, nice.
So the guy said, oh, missiles will do that. Simple, right?
I've seen that in Call of Duty games.
Right. Well, that's the fucking... What was that one called?
In Call of Duty, yeah.
I was fucking deadly with that fucking thing. What was that thing called? Remember it had the strings on it?
Oh my god.
I could get those into the spawn. Remember the one, the big one? I could put those right in the spawn there. Me and my buddy figured it out. He went over there, right? And I'm talking to him. I goes, where did it land? Where did it land? He said, boom, I'm dead. It landed right on me, right? So then I had landmarks. Where to aim in Call of Duty, and I could shoot that cocksucker. Waiting. And one game I got everybody in the squad I killed. I said, everybody, kill everybody. I'm waiting. I'm just behind that one map where it's a long street or village. And I'm down here waiting. And I said, all right, guys, tell me when you get a kill, right? And everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Okay, they're all dead. And I go, wait up! They go, you got the whole fucking squad. But anyway, my point being is that it's fucking all bullshit. Okay? Either the Earth is way bigger than they're telling us it is. Because the math we use to determine the flat Earth is based on what they tell us is how big the Earth is, 25,000 miles. That's what the math's based on. But what if it's bigger than what they're saying? Then they're lying to us and they got all this beautiful land hidden away for themselves, and then when we poison this area, they're just going to move.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been going up to Antarctica. Okay, there's also a film of a polar vortex was taken by the Russian military. That's probably the Aurora Borealis. Right, do you know that you can't fly over the Antarctic? You'd be shot down. Did you know that?
I thought it was just a Bermuda Triangle.
If you fly over the Bermuda Triangle, that's just gas releasing, and things lose buoyancy. They pretty well prove that.
Oh, okay.
There's gas bubbles that come up, methane or something. And
It fucks with the engine?
No, the boat sinks. The water loses buoyancy. Anything molecularly changing, or radio frequencies can do that too, right? They've already got DNA that they can inject in your eye, CRISPR.
And then there's that plane that went missing. Flight.
Where they go missing? Over the Indian Ocean.
So
There's a hidden military base out there.
so they probably shot it down by accident.
Stole it for whatever reason they wanted to
And
steal
killed other people.
Some of the important was on that thing. That's why we do this shit.
And then the cartel the other day was killing all those fucking kids.
Fucking Americans should be going, the Navy SEALs should be going anywhere. That's an act of war. Anyways, there's more life in these guys. Right? I don't know what your faith is, but you should probably look into some. Because what it takes for you to believe in Christ, how little it takes. And if he's real, it's probably not worth it not to have that option. Right? Because the Bible's a pretty fucking fascinating story for a bunch of fucking sheep herders. If you read the Bible and the stories that are in it.
I just think that it was one guy told a story, and then you told that guy, right? And then eventually it was like, well, he ate a whale, or he was lost in the whale. You know what I mean? If I tell you a story, you tell it to 100 people, it's not going to be the same story like you said.
Metaphorically, what could the whale be? If not a real whale? A prison cell?
Maybe.
It'd be a prison cell. And he metaphorically described it as being in the belly of the whale.
Or something, yeah.
Right? I'm in the den of iniquity. I'm in a house of ill repute.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to take that shit literally.
Yeah, I know.
But if there is a God and he chose
weird.
to do that, then he fucking chose to do it. You think you have to have a scientific reason that a whale could swallow a man? A whale can swallow a fucking man. And you'd probably be surprised how big his stomach is. And you'd probably be surprised that there might be oxygen in that fucking top of his stomach. And that's part of his buoyancy. Right?
He ate his way out or whatever.
I don't know what he did. It's irrelevant. You don't have to question it. You want, right? Did you know that rockets don't work in a vacuum? Space is a vacuum, right? That's what NASA tells us.
How does it work?
It doesn't. Because they're stupid. They think we'll believe anything. This kid takes a rocket, put it in a bottle, took his back pump, sucked it down to negative 30 pounds, Fired the rocket with a feather hanging behind it.
Yeah.
The feather didn't move. There's nothing to push against in a vacuum. There's no substance.
My mom's boyfriend always said, "You ever see a jet engine car do a burnout?"
Well, because it's pushing against the air.
Yeah.
It's pushing against all the molecules in our air. Right? That gives us something to push against. I can't. Right? If I want to move the truck, I have to push it. You can move it. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Right?
Almost
So this is a jet engine, and that represents the air, and it pushes. Space, there's no push. It's a vacuum. That's what NASA tells us. So when them open, how do they control the space station? So there's 27,000 satellites revolving around the Earth.
Yeah. You see them at nighttime, you see the stars or whatever.
Go to the second live feed from the space station. Tell me how many satellites you see. Zero. Over how is orbiting the space station. Really? You guys can control the position of the orbit? There's film of the U.S. Air Force releasing weather balloons with shit on them in 1950, and they're fucking satellites. And there's a guy that was in the U.S. Air Force. He said, "There are 12-hour ships. We go up in our plane and we catch those fucking balloons, we grab them, bring them down, and they redeploy them.
Oh.
The weather balloons. And the satellites are on the weather balloons, and they grab them with a hook. Or they know the time the altitude, the time the balloon will last, when they're gone. And they scoop them up. Now we got drones that actually fly. So that's going to phase out satellite, isn't it? Fucking do some YouTube. You're a YouTuber, man. You should know all this fucking time. There is a fucking video of these African guys. They found a big piece of junk. It's a fucking satellite. You see, it's a satellite. It's there. These guys didn't catch it. And it came down. And you know for a fact, according to NASA, when the shuttle blew up and burned up in the atmosphere, which was a big phony fucking bullshit, okay? That thing was empty, okay? And when the one came in and never got all burned up,
Yeah.
bullshit. All the Columbia, all the Challenger fucking astronauts are still alive. Did you know that? They all had twins. Did you know that? They all had twins. Every astronaut on the fucking thing. Come on. One's a fucking university professor, the woman.
Huh.
It's all bullshit. Okay? Anyways, these African guys are fucking ripping the parts off this fucking satellite. You can see it's a satellite. Okay? Now, according to what NASA tells us, that satellite would have burned up. Right? In the atmosphere. Remember the space shuttle had tiles on, ceramic tile on the bottom of it because it would burn up? They created all these fucking lies. And here's the final statement. Why would they go to such extent? Because when you know there's a dome, and you know that's fucking water, then you have absolution. You don't have faith. Right? Now 1% wouldn't exist. And we say, why do you have 400 million apples? And we're a god, and we have no apples. We take for apples. Simple.
Yeah.
The rich couldn't exist. You know, it says Jesus from the word of Jesus' mouth. It's easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. If you're rich, guess what? Right from the words of Jesus Christ, you're not going to heaven.
Oh my God.
You'll never hear those words come out of fucking any of those preachers, those fucking TV evangelist preachers. Not one of them will ever say that fucking line. I'm teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. No, you fucking ain't. How about you tell us about the days of Noah, the return of Christ, when in like the days of Noah be the return of the coming of the Son of Man. That means he's coming back when shit's like Noah's day. So let's do a little math. Do a little calculating. What was going on in Noah's time? Oh, they were eating shirt. Why would Jesus think we would digress to Noah's day? We're moving towards it. Right? We're moving towards it, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking, people are fucking so old on and stupid. You got something right on? You're like, send me a YouTube thing. You gotta give me your thing. Send me a YouTube thing and I'll subscribe to yours. You subscribe to mine. You don't have to enjoy it. Right? This motherfucking DMA. Scott Patrick.